I hate to do this. I really hate to do this. And by hate to do this, I'm loving about what I'm up to. The reason why I hate to do it is because I know you're playing a role in Overreaction Monday, Christopher.
Sure.
And I know that when you double and triple down on it, you're kind of still playing the role, but every topic you do put out there on Overreaction Monday or Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday is born out of a germ of truth deep within your cerebral sports cortex.
Where are we going
That
here?
you believe in what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, he tells you every day.
Let's do it. By the way, it's like going to be like almost once every 5 days we replay this. Go ahead and hit it right here. Go ahead and hit it. Replaying you, giving your 2 cents on whether Ohtani should keep pitching.
I get it.
Enough with the pitching sideshow. Ohtani needs to go back to hitting only, or the Dodgers not going to make the NLCS.
So you think he's not hitting well because he's pitching?
1,000%. I don't know how you could dispute that. Guy doesn't pitch for 2 years. We see 50-50 and the greatest offensive player we've ever seen. Now we're back to pitching? What is he hitting, 240?
It's just baseball, man. It happens. It just happens.
I don't know. I went to a couple games over the weekend. Didn't hit the broadside of a barn.
I hear you. I get it.
Something's off.
I know. You got Braves mania over there.
Enough with the pitching. No one cares.
We're there to
see.
Untrue. No
it
one
is
cares.
true. We're
Untrue.
there to see you hit.
Untrue.
We're there to see you hit. We're not there to see you do something cool every 5th day. We're there to see you do something awesome every day. Let's hit.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong,
No, it's wrong o'clock. Last night in San Diego. First pitch of the game. What happens first pitch of the game? He got it.
He got it.
I mean,
Gives himself a 1-0 lead that he then goes ahead and protects because he pitched 5 scoreless. And his ERA is now down to .73. Since Chris Brockman said this, Ohtani's hitting .448 with 2 homers, 10 runs batted in, 8 runs, 7 walks, and 12 innings pitched, 7 hits, 12 strikeouts, not a single run given up,
Man.
and 2 wins. Since you said it.
You're welcome, Dodger fans. Okay, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I lit the beast.
What
Clearly.
can I say except you're welcome.
What, did you expect him to say anything other than that? Did you
Clearly.
expect him to say into a microphone, I was wrong?
Clearly
Because
lit
he
the
won't.
beast.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I screwed that up.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah, Chris, because Shohei heard you.
Baby.
By the way, 5 innings. Couldn't give me a quality start last night.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, you just, you're just keeping him fresh.
For what?
The World Series.
For the for the long haul.
The long haul. All right. Last night was good. That was impressive. Give me 2 home runs in 6 innings. How about that?
How does one take a pitcher who's a stopper, an ace, a Cy Young Award candidate out of your rotation just because you want to see him hit?
Ask the man who
Not
said
going to
it.
happen.
You know.
It's not going to happen.
Still don't think he needs to pitch.
Oh, are you still really going to keep dying on this hill?
Yes,
Really?
Rich. You know him.
I don't think they need him to be a pitcher to be the best version of themselves.
I think the last pitcher to homer in the first inning of his start was named Shohei Ohtani, who did it in the playoffs a couple of years ago. He's unbelievable. Just let him cook, man.
Right.
Let him cook. That's what you're paying him all that retirement money for.
He's not even the favorite for NL Cy Young. That's it.
Well, I mean, was it Skeens? Was it Skeens? Or is it Mizorowski?
Chris Sanchez, Skeens, and Mizorowski.
So that means he shouldn't pitch because he's not the favorite?
No, I'm just telling you what the odds are. But
How is Ohtani not in the mix for?
well, he's minus 475 for NL MVP. The next closest, Kyle Schwarber, 13-1.
How many? Would that be 4 in a row for him? One American League,
Yes.
and then he wins it every year since he's come to the Dodgers, right? That'd be 4 straight MVPs.
That'd be, yeah.
Okay.
5 overall, if I'm not mistaken.
He'll get there.
Oh my gosh!
And what do we have here? Lowest ERA in the first 8 starts of the season in the live ball era, Jake Peavy and D-Row. And Dave Roberts said he took him out after 5 because he was grinding a little bit. He looked pretty darn good to me. How has he taken his pitching to the next level this year, Jake? What do you see?
Well, I see a guy that can get through not having his best stuff. And we're just going to really dive in and just go through the outs, D-Row.
30 starts. How many starts you have your best stuff?
Well, I think it goes about like this. The saying's normally about 5 starts. You go out there and it's all together. You don't really think and you dominate. About 5, you don't have it. And they're supposed to be clunkers. Last night was kind of one of those things. Mm-hmm. The other 20 of your starts, you figure it out, and they make or break you. You're going to go to the tape, and we'll start it. Just Shohei's the best we've ever seen. But how do you manage your bad nights? In a bad night,
you hit a bomb.
That's exactly right.
But we're not 12 anymore.
Bruce Bochy used to always say, can't you throw a shutout and hit a homer, Pete? To watch him start the game, but just watch the pitch execution. This is 3-2 to both guys. So long at bats, but he does not give in, and he's on point. Gavin Sheets is hotter than anybody, blows him away. 3-1 again, behind the count. Staying with the fastball, and look at the swings. 2-1. That's a hitter's count.
He paints that heater away. He's got the sweeper moving to the left against the righties, and then that nasty split against the lefties.
Using the ballpark, there's the four-seamer. Again, it's on the black. There's a sinker. 3-2. Wants that one back. Freddie Fermin would like to swing at it. Take a better swing at that. Now watch this. Stop the tape real fast right here. This is where it starts to get interesting.
Yeah.
It's the 4th inning. He's starting to get up in 70-ish pitch range. You can start it right here. Hell of a play by Freddie Freeman. But just watch him mitigate this trouble right here. 2-1. Man, that's where the game could have got away right there. Manny wants that pitch back. But he gets out of the 4th and now to the 5th. You're in big trouble right here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about big trouble. Bryce Johnson just does enough coming in the game for Merrill to get on. It's a great piece of 2-strike hitting by Nick Castellanos. 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and you've got a 3-run lead. Look at that. We're gonna watch this again, right?
Check it back. I didn't say throw to second. How many guys would have checked him back and thrown to second instead of take the out at first?
This gets him out of it right here. Back that tape up and back that tape up to where he makes the play. It's 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and you've got a 3-run lead. Watch that. I think after the mound visit right there.
Yeah.
Mound visit went something like this. Look, he's going to be aggressive. Let's make a pitch right off the corner of the plate. See if we can get him to chase our pitch, and that's exactly what happened. You see,
kind of hasn't changed. Yeah, the sweeper's become more of a weapon for him, but he's not too different. I think the thing he can overpower you from what I'm watching. He can overpower you with a 4-seam heater, like straight heater. I know we threw the sinker in there too, but the different variations of that, it's almost like a cutter. It's a slider. It's a sweep. He's got like 3 variations of his breaking ball that make it tough.
That's right
for the right-hander.
The sweeper last night, 0 for 6. You saw a couple of them. Freddie Fermin, Manny Machado are going to go back and think they should have hit those balls out of the ballpark. But other than that, it was executed. For me, it's the 2 different fastballs as well, D-Row. When you start thinking about the 4-seamer, you saw it, and then the sinker. Let's just go back and talk about when he was in trouble. First pitch to Laureano, got the sinker. What an athlete. We talk about him on the mound. That athleticism of him catching that ball, checking the runner, wherewithal, turning around, throwing it to second. That athleticism, first pitch, sinker, and then the first pitch to Tatis, slider. You get out of big trouble. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Hold on to a 3-run lead. Shohei Ohtani, even on his bad days, you just saw right there.
There's guys that'll happen. It'll happen today. Bellied up to some sports bar, telling everybody how great they were at 12 years old, hitting homers and throwing no-hitters.
Yeah.
Except
this dude exists
right now.
He can play shortstop. Did you see him catch that ball and turn around and play with it?
He went deep on the first pitch and then threw 5 shutout with not his best stuff. What?
Would have made it.
That's right. He's not playing semi-pro. He's playing in the big leagues.
What other poll questions, Dylan, do you have for the first hour?
Todd sent over an interesting one.
Getting started already.
When their careers are over, who will we remember with more amazement, Shohei Ohtani or Victor Wembanyama?
I think this is a great poll question. And when I saw it from Todd, I checked to see if it was from Todd, and I go, I'll be damned, it's from Todd. Yes, Todd.
We kind of alluded to it yesterday. Paul even may have brought it up. Those names came up yesterday. It wasn't formulated specifically as a poll question, but we hinted about, the greats, these guys specifically. So why not make a poll question out of it?
Well, right on cue, Ohtani homers leading off the game and goes 5 scoreless innings last night. 20 years from now, people are going to, this day in sports history, what did Ohtani do? He's going to be like the modern-day Babe Ruth, where it feels like we have a Babe Ruth stat on this day in 1929. Feels like we're going to have that with Shohei Ohtani. But Ohtani is, there's nothing like Ohtani. I know Wemby is different than anybody we've ever seen. I don't know. That's tough. We've seen some brilliant highlights with Ohtani already, but his highlights aren't like Wemby's. He might hit a home run. He might strike out 7 in 5 innings, but okay. Wemby can go 41 and 24 and have 10 blocks. That hasn't happened. Now, I know, we're seeing Ohtani do both of these things simultaneously, but Wemby plays defense as well. He's playing offense and defense. Ohtani, when you're pitching and hitting, playing offense and defense. So I would think dramatic moments, it would be Wemby. Yes, Dylan.
But if you're a basketball player, you are supposed to play offense and defense, right? Some guys just don't.
Yeah. But he plays at a higher level than anybody. Like Ohtani's not the best pitcher in baseball. But he can pitch like he's the best pitcher in baseball. There's nobody like Wemby. Wemby's the best defensive player, not even close. And then offensively, he holds his own. And he's just learning at 22. What's Ohtani? 28? Does that sound about right? Oh, how old, Paulie?
He's 31.
Okay, wow. All right.
He got started a little late.
Yeah. Yeah, Paulie.
I think the key to this poll question is the word amazement. When, like Wem Ben Yama had a play last night, he had a right-handed runner. It rims out, and he reached across the lane and tipped it in with his left hand. And even Reggie Miller goes, "What was that?" Because his hand just kind of comes out of nowhere, this long broomstick arm, and he tipped it from the backside. So that's amazement. I think what Ohtani's like the first guy on the moon. He's setting all these records. Leadoff hitter to pitch 5 innings in a game and get a win. No one's ever done it before. Babe Ruth never let off. He pitched. He never let off. So he's going to have all these records that they're not just unbreakable. No one's even going to have the chance to do it.
Ohtani led off the game with a home run, then 5 shutout innings. Since joining the Dodgers in 2024, he has 21 home runs to lead off a game, most by any player in baseball. But once again, when you're thinking about wow moments, Ohtani is just great. He's a great pitcher and great hitter, but Wemby he's going to give you far more highlights, moments where you go, ooh, haven't seen that before. And it almost looked like somebody else's hand was up there on that play. Like Wemby had 3 arms, 3 hands up there. And when when Reggie is going, well, what was that? Like, these guys have been around the game for a long, long time. But I think that's an interesting poll question to see how people respond. Yes, Dylan.
Even just looking at this current MLB season, Ohtani is the overwhelming favorite for MVP again as a hitter, and he is the 3rd best odds to win the Cy Young as a pitcher.
Well, we've seen players, Michael Jordan, he won the MVP and he was Defensive Player of the Year. And Wemby will be both 1 year. So that would be, I guess, the comp. So we've seen this before in the NBA, what Wemby's trying to do. Also, they have that video to the side of Wemby when SGA was getting his MVP award. And you could see, and they said, is Wemby mean mugging SGA as he gets his MVP? Like, all right, better enjoy it now because those are mine moving forward. Yes, Dylan.
That being a MVP and Defensive Player of the Year feels more attainable to me than a MVP and Cy Young in baseball.
Yes. Well, nobody's been able to try it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nobody's gotten a chance. Like, Skeens was a great college hitter. They're not even letting him bat for the Pirates. I would love to see somebody. I think we'll see somebody because, and it might not be now, might be 10 years from now, but somebody will be inspired by Ohtani. But you also have to have a team that's willing to let you do both. And the Angels were going to do that, and, of course, the Dodgers. Yes, Paulie?
And the comp for Ohtani would be Travis Hunter playing with Jacksonville. But even there, they let him split offense-defense one season. Now it's going to be mostly defense and a little offense. They're not going to, at some point in his career, he's going to be all defense and a touch of offense.
Yes, Marvin?
Not to be a killjoy, but pitchers have won the league MVP. What you're saying is a great offensive player that also pitches, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a killjoy. Sorry.
Yeah. Like, what, Willie Hernandez of the Tigers back in 1984?
Justin Verlander.
And yeah. I hate when somebody says a pitcher can't be most valuable. Like they have their own award. Okay. It's not like pitchers say, hey, we need our award, if we can't be MVP. Yes, Dylan.
Do you think we would be more likely to see another Wemby first or another Ohtani first? Obviously, there's a genetic freak component to the Wembanyama, like in terms of like being 7'5", but
right now, I would say Wemby. Right now, I would say Wemby. But you got to get somebody to give you a chance to do both hitting and pitching. That's really the key. We might see somebody this size do what Wemby's done because this is how the evolution of athletes is you're inspired by an athlete and then you try to replicate what they do. Yeah, Paul.
With Paul Skeens was a great hitter at Air Force and a great pitcher, then became just a great pitcher. These teams like the Pirates are not going to let Skeens bat 500 times. When Ohtani was deciding which major league team to go to, he said, I'm hitting and pitching. And only a few teams said yes. The Angels were somewhat desperate from what I've read and said yes. You needed the opening, like you said.
And he's already had procedures done too. And he's 31 years of age. You hope he'll be able to stay healthy to do both. I think we stumbled into a nice poll question for the first hour, courtesy of Fritzy. How are you phrasing this, wording this, Dylan?
I worded it exactly as Todd sent it. So it says, when their careers are over, who will we remember with more amazement?
Amazement. I'll say Wemby just because he's what we're seeing from somebody that big do it. I think that's the surprising part of it. Wow. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Yeah, Dill.
Would you like some early results? Because I put it up.
Yeah.
So far, 73.2% of people say Shohei Ohtani.
Okay. Well, he's going to be an all-time great. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Who knows how many MVPs he's going to win. So you got to factor that in. But if you're talking about truly amazing, we've seen Ohtani, so I don't know if we're amazed anymore. Hopefully we appreciate this, but he's risen to that level where you go, oh, he homered last night. Oh, he had 5 shutout innings. Okay. It used to be where you're like, God, and he hit a home run and he pitched 7 innings. And the fact that Dave Roberts joined us in spring training and the Dodger manager goes, it's really important for him to win the Cy Young. And if he does so, he'll win the MVP as well. Yeah, Paulie.
I feel like I'm leaning Ohtani on this for a couple reasons. He's probably going to be in the World Series a handful of more times with the Dodgers. He's probably going to get at least 2 more MVPs. And there's going to be a point where not too long in the future, when we say greatest baseball player of all time, he and Babe Ruth are going to be right in the mix together. And I never thought Babe Ruth would ever have company. Wemby, the one fear I have is injury. Man, he's cooking. He's looking great. But 7'4" guys on longevity hasn't worked out. And I'm not trying to be a jinx or anything. It's just like Ohtani's got a lot in the tank already.
Okay, but when are you amazed by him?
Amazed is the key word here.
Yes, because you had NBA players, Mike Tirico, everybody after game 1. Like, oh, my God. I mean, I threw in some hyperbole. I think he's the best player in the game right now. If you factor in both ends of the floor, plus he's playing on a team that's going to be in the playoffs, which is really important. That hurt Mike Trout from the standpoint of you kind of heard about his greatness. If you went out of your way to watch the Angels, you got to see it occasionally. We're going to see Wemby on a big stage for a long time, and the same with Ohtani. Yes, Dylan?
I think it's also the nature of the two sports. Like, obviously, basketball, there's a speed to it. There's a different kind of athleticism to it. So just purely from, like, a spectacle standpoint, I think amazement is the operative word there. But also, like, what Ohtani's doing now, it was not that long ago where it was like he's not pitching again. He, had Tommy John, he'd been hurt. So the fact that he's rebounded from that and doing it at this level, I think is pretty impressive.
Well, if he's had such an amazing career that you forget he had 59 stolen bases a couple of years ago.
Come on.
like you have to. He's reached that level, that stratosphere where you go, okay. But when you give me 59 stolen bases, when you can't pitch and you're like, well, how else do I help the team? I'll steal some bases here. Yes, Marvin.
Wemby, in 2 Western Conference Finals games, he's given us an amazing moment in each of those games. The putback last night, and then he hit a shot from the Steph Curry spot in Game 1 to tie the game up. And he's doing that so smooth and effortlessly.
But so did Steph Curry. Like, we've taken Steph Curry for granted. Now, when you see him hit those shots and turn around and look at the crowd, like, there's nothing he can do where you go, except for the Olympics. Steph Curry in the Olympics, that's when you were amazed again. It's like LeBron. We should be truly amazed that somebody that age is doing what he's doing, but we've become almost accustomed to it. And Wemby will probably get to that point where we go, yeah, he had a great night. Like Shaq. You'd be like, do you see what Shaq did last night? Then after a while you go, oh, Shaq had a big night. Yeah, Paulie.
The word in culture gets thrown around a lot, legendary. When I was a kid, there were some legendary athletes that I missed that you saw, Dan. Like, to me, Jim Brown was a legend. Babe Ruth, Wilt Chamberlain was bigger than life. I didn't even think he was a real person. It felt like a myth. And it's weird that we're in the time right now where there's 2, night to night, performing on the same nights. It's wild.
Just to let people know, I wasn't around to see Babe Ruth play.
Just the ending years in Boston.
Yes, Marvin.
Another word we use way too much is generational. I think Tim Legler called Cooper Flag generational. I was like, Victor Wembanyama and Shohei Ohtani are generational because you're not going to see guys like this for another 20 years, 30 years, 40 years.
Well, we get caught up in who's the next. Who's the next? Well, there's no next Magic. There's no next Kobe. There's no next Shaq. Like, they're just not. I think you got to be fair to the uniqueness of these athletes and what they do and how they do it, and it's different than anybody else. We're still waiting for the next Jordan. How many players did we designate? Oh, Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady. We're still looking. There's no next Magic Johnson, but then we're going to be looking for the next Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, Dill.
It does seem like it's easier to crack into the GOAT conversation in baseball than it would be basketball, just because Jordan is that mythical creature. I mean, Babe Ruth is too, but people are much more resistant to. Like, Ohtani being compared to Babe Ruth will happen long before Wembanyama is compared to Jordan, like, GOAT-wise, I think.